There's another side chasing Europe and another side hoping to move away from the relegation battle that they appear to be in right now. And that is Manchester United and their visit to Brentford this evening. United start the day in 6th, Brentford are 15th, 5 points above the drop zone. Despite rumours before the international break that England boss Gareth Southgate could be taking over from Ten Hag in the summer, the current United boss says the pressure he's under doesn't faze him.
I was trained at Ajax, similar. And so when you are working in top football, you get used to it. And so we don't care. Players don't care. I don't care. We are working, we are cooperating, we are together in that boat, and we know we have to perform and we have to get the right results.
Okay, so that's what Ten Hag has to say. They obviously, prior to the international break, booked their place in the FA Cup semi-finals with that 4-3 victory over Liverpool.
Yeah.
Getting to the semi-final, bear in mind the season that they have had as well, is that enough, do you think, for Ten Hag to hold on to his job, or the fact that we shouldn't be talking so much about the pressure that he might well be under, or does the United job always come with pressure?
Scrutinised at every level,
yes.
Man United.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be. They're a top club. You know, expectation is always huge. They've won things all over the years in different decades. They're a very capable side when they're on their game. Against Liverpool were very wasteful in the cup game. Mm-hmm. Liverpool could have gone 3-1 up, 4-1 up. It was chances galore. United kept going. And that's a testament to what Ten Hag has managed to achieve in recent weeks, is that they're not throwing in the towel. They kept going and they got a result out of a game that I don't believe, and I'm not showing Liverpool biased here, Liverpool should have been home and dry in. You know, they were the better team. They had numerous chances. I mean, the 5-against-2 said it all when they went on an attack and they had 5-against-2 and Liverpool were trying to play 40 passes in the 18-yard box. You know, instead of a bit more conviction about the way they were doing things that day. I said it was a big game for United because they played Liverpool in a very short period twice.
Yeah. When we were talking about the Aston Villa Wolves game, you were obviously wanting to point out both sides are going through injury issues. Yeah. I think every team probably can make a case for injury problems this season. It's been absolutely relentless for many teams. Brentford, likewise, are one of those. Manchester United would also echo that as well. Brentford come into this in a bad run of form, Cass. They have lost, I think, 17 games. It's only Burnley and Sheffield United that have lost more in the Premier League this season. They are a shadow of the former selves, if you like, from last season, when at one stage it looked like they could be an outside bet for Europe. But injuries have played a massive part in a team that runs with a relatively small squad. One bonus for Brentford coming into this game. I know what you're going to come at. Mbeumo. Indeed. Now, I was at the Thomas Frank press conference, like I mentioned yesterday. He was quick to sort of play it down in the sense of, he's still working his way back. So I'm not sure if he'll start, but I'd love to see him start. But when he did come on against Burnley, and obviously that was a terrible result for Brentford in terms of losing it 2-1 like they did. But when he came on with, I think, something like 11 minutes to go, wow, did he make an impact in those 11 minutes. It was one of those kind of games, and I know, Burnley fans might disagree, but some were suggesting that if they just had a little bit more time, as in, let's say, another 5-10 minutes maybe, Brentford could have possibly got something out of the game. I think they were a little bit under the cosh by the end, Burnley, just because of what Brentford were trying to get out of that game. He's one of the most underrated players in the Premier League, Mbeumo. Is he? For me, because I just think he offers so much. His pace is devastating. He's quite direct. He hasn't got huge numbers in goals, but he contributes enough to cause, or give a return every season. You think, and I've always felt his relationship with Tony. And you've said before that when they were part of the BMW, the three up front, the other two left, and he's still there. Yes. But his standards have not dropped. Yeah. Well, it's the first time since May that if they were to start, what is Brian now? Is he 25? He'll be 25 later this year. Yeah. So he's still relatively quite young. I know. Yeah. So it's a big plus if he can play a part in this game, certainly. It's an 8:00 kickoff at the G-Tech Community Stadium then for this game. As I say, both sides battling for different things, with Manchester United still trying to get into securing a European spot for next season and Brentford trying to pull themselves away from the bottom three. You can find out what happens with us here on talkSPORT.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.